podcast stupid. Now it's podcast stupid. Now it's podcast stupid.
Happy Thursday night fun stars. Dan and Deb are here. Deb, you are on mute. I know you're gonna screw it up. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. There we go.
Deb, how are you doing? Dental surgery today?
Yeah. It was
no
lovely.
pills? You
No
went without
pills this time. I'm not
stuff?
loopy. I'm gonna be sane for the guest, our special guest today. Nope. That was an easy peasy extraction. It was just the worst part is getting numbed up. I looked like, I thought I was gonna look like Panhandler.
How was that Boston bar that you went to today?
Oh my God, it's great. If you come to my area, there's two of them. They've got two of them, and it's a cool bar. It's in a strip mall. It's like a generic strip mall. But when you go inside, you'd think it's an old, like Irish Southie bar.
Is it Wicked Pissa, kid?
Wicked Pissa. Wicked. It was fucking great.
Fucking corned beef and cabbage,
Fucking
kid.
awesome. I had the Yaki way.
The Yaki way.
But they're known for their sandwiches. They have a great happy hour all day. So they have $2 and $3 draft beers. They're always really good hot dogs, good sandwiches, good pub food. And they own like a restoration company. When there's demolitions, they'll pull out the mantelpieces and the tin ceiling and things like that. So they've incorporated the pieces in the restrooms and throughout the whole bar. They have a nice stained glass window they got out of a church. Really, really cool place. If you ever come to the Naples area, I will get you and your lovely wife dinner there or lunch.
Fantastic.
You like.
So a couple housekeeping items before we get started, before we bring on our guests.
Okay, and I have a couple too, Dan. I have a couple housekeeping too, but I'll let you go first.
Let me go first, then you go, and then we'll play our little interstitial. We'll bring our guests on.
Got it.
So by popular demand, two things, because we always deal in twos here, because I'm the $2 baller, $2 Dan. Everything's twos and fives. Those are the numbers that we play by. As I mentioned last year, I got a lot of feedback about the fucking advertisements and commercials. In fact, I actually went on my Android today and shut down like all these different like Google things, like these focused advertising shit that Google turns on. I've shut off monetization. Now that doesn't mean you can't super chat. Super chat, there's a difference and it's not important, but basically no commercials. So none of the like the pop-up things. So if you don't need like a blocker or anything, monetization is off. I also took a second step and turned off just like regular kind of like pop-up commercials. So hopefully, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this on replay or whenever you're watching it, minimal, if any, commercials or advertisement targeted Google crap is going to pop up for you. So got away from that. However, please support the show. You know, like, so we don't make you don't make money off the advertising, pennies. But please consider like Sean. Hey, Sean, our friend of the show. Thanks for donating. I was just your name just came up because I was watching a Ricada thing today and they were talking about you. But I digress. Like karmic. But yeah, if you can support the show with super chats, whatever. We're gonna eventually do the Beggy Monster soft weekly thing, but I gotta figure out EV Mux. But yeah, buy a membership, buy a super chat. Buy a super sticker, whatever you want to do. Send Deb a fucking Venmo if you want. That would be cool. We will acknowledge memberships. I set up a $2 $1.99 membership. So if you want to gift memberships, $2. So I lowered that as well. So if you can support us, great. If not, no biggie. So we're not going to shut down the chat. You can still chat with us. So, but yeah, if you want to support the show, do that. But I'm trying to do it the right way so you don't have to fucking deal with the stupid advertisements. So that's my nice gift to you. Feel free to return the favor if you're so inclined. Deb, I'll hand it off to you now.
All right. Couple things. Speaking of gifts, we're going to let's give out in a little bit 5 memberships free. And then toward the end of the show or the midway point, we'll give out another 5 of our 10 that we're allowed to give away.
Should we do that now since for the nice people that joined?
Yeah,
early
let's
on?
do it now. And we can see too who we catch.
All right, yeah. Sometimes it's fun to do this because then you figure out like who's in the chat. So we'll send 5 now and then we'll send 5 later. So I'm hitting the button. So if you're here, good luck.
All right.
Oh, mint diggity.
All right. Congrats.
Now, a lot of the we didn't catch any. We caught a lot of the usuals, but mint diggity, Stefan, Chow, Harry Dunn, Max Normal. Congratulations.
Yes.
You are officially members.
So we got the memberships. Also, we're going to need an interstitial for something that I want to call buzzer beaters, because we got 2 buzzer beaters from last week. We got Alpha Shane, and then we got a $20 one, $5 one from Alpha Shane. Thank you, which we were able to put up on the screen on the outro. And also Monty something gave a $20 one in the comments. Remember?
Okay. Do I need to go back and like pull those up?
No, you know what? We don't have to this week, but I was thinking we'll make like a buzzer beater.
I'll try to find it before the end of the show.
And we could pull them up on screen. And what else do I have? I also wanted to know, did Beggy Monster roll out? Is it ready?
So, and I see it.
I see it. Whoops, there we go.
Well, yeah, okay. So I can give you a little bit of feedback on Beggy Monster, and then we are going to get. I promise our guests, we're not going to make you sit any longer. Beggy Monster is still being in the QA testing beta phase. It's almost ready for prime time. It's more of me being busy with my real life and Winby falling off the face of the earth in the last 2 weeks.
Winby's very busy. I'll just say that.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me, like, what happened to Winby? Is he still like doing it?
He's really busy with work and such things. So, it's all good stuff.
Yeah. So yes, Soft Weekly for 2. Beggy Monster is a great service for everyone. We will be rolling out Beggy Monster. It is like Super Tips, but different. Same idea, but a non-Melton production. We'll be rolling that out soon. I think we might even have a Dan voice. We're gonna have an NPS Dan voice.
Dan, I have I have to confess something to you.
What's that?
You might be mad at me.
Okay. What'd you do?
I signed up for Super Tips.
Did you for the Deb channel?
Yeah, and I made a Dan voice.
Did you really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
how did you do the Dan voice? Did you just took like audio of me?
I clipped.
Because I created a Dan voice on 11 Labs. You should have told me. I would have given it to you.
Oh no! You know what I did? I created it last night or the night before. I took a clip of you, pulled out the audio on one of your solo shows, where you're just like a good clip of audio speaking naturally and everything. And I uploaded it and they approved it. So I have it. So I've just got to tweak it. It sounds pretty darn good though. So I am on Super Tips and I am going to do Beggy Monster too. So I'm going to have 2 of them running and you can take your pick. But I did, you know what? Joey C convinced me. He's like, when he told me, he's like,
Dan voice is perfect according to Soft Weekly. So I did it the right way.
I'm going to run them both soft. I signed up for it. I thought maybe it was ready to go. I tried logging in. I got some errors. So I am in there. I'm going to definitely do softs, but because it's going to take me quite a long time to get monetized, I only have like 80 something watch hours. It's going to take me like a year. So I didn't know where soft was at with it. And I signed up for it. I'm not worried that they have information on me or anything because I've sent in Super Tips. So whatever they had anyway. I trust it. I do. I think it's a good option for small creators such as myself that are ways from monetization. And I'm happy to try Beggy Monster.
Okay. Nodak, thank you. Squish the Fish 85 did send the $20. He was trolling me about the Patriots, so now I remember that. So thank
Yeah.
you, Squish the Fish. I'll go back and I will try to credit the people that have donated. So I appreciate it. We really do appreciate even like the little stuff. So thank you.
And I got
Oh,
one last.
Captain Deadfool! No way!
Yay!
I know, and you know what's funny about Deadfool? He's been giving me so much shit lately. He was in the BYB chat giving me shit yesterday. We were kind of going back and forth. I like Deadfool. He doesn't have to like me, but thank you, Deadfool, for becoming a member. We appreciate it.
Deb, will you denounce Pat Dixon's teeth? And that's why I went to the dentist, because I don't want my teeth.
Pat
looking
Dixon's
like
making a lot of us run to the dentist to. We don't want to be the next Pat Dixon when they zoom in on us.
Will you denounce Julie for being an unfunny hack? Why would I do that? He's my favorite comedian. He is the cleverest, bestest comedian, right? Right, Dan?
Yes, something like that. All right, so let's not wait any longer. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We got 2 people, new. I don't know if you call them newcomers. I think they're almost like veterans at this point, but we're very happy to have them. Let's bring them on. They don't need any introduction. Penny and the Big Dork. Let's go. All right, let me. I gotta move it around. I gotta move the box around. There they are, Darren,
welcome.
Penny.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how are
Penny,
you?
the Big
I'm so
Dork.
excited.
Hey Dan, hey Deb.
Oh,
Thanks so
hi.
much for
Deb,
coming on.
I
We're
want to give
excited.
you props because if I had dental surgery, there is no friggin' way I would be doing a show. So let me just tell you, I had a terrible head surgery
Penny.
years ago.
Penny.
Never mind.
Sorry.
Peggy.
Oh, I wanted to hear about her head surgery.
All
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I'm gonna Penny. Don't take this wrong. I'm gonna put you left and right because they're perfect when you turn your head
you
and you
look,
talk to
Yes,
Darren.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
It
Yes, I
makes
love
it
it.
like perfect on the screen. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. You guys, it's funny. The first time and Deb, I'd love to hear the first time that you heard of Penny and the Big Dork. I think the first time I heard it was Chad Zumach doing an awful $100 sponsorship, getting your name wrong, half-hearted, not really being all in on supporting it. But you know what? The $100, it worked because it got people to know who you were, and then the puppet AI videos. I saw a bunch of those. I was like, these are pretty cool. And then I watched the show and I just loved like the husband-wife dynamic, and you guys do like, it was funny. A couple of times I think I tuned in on your show and you were doing like family stories and things. And I was like, hey, what do we start talking about the Dabbleverse? Is this the Dabbleverse show?
Yeah,
But
if I can push back a little bit on you there, Dan. We did not get any run from the Chad Zumach $100 sponsorship.
You did.
Absolutely not.
You did. We found you.
You
I started
did?
watching you because of that. I said, well, he
I was like, who the fuck is Penny and the Big Dork?
fucks
Like,
up
what?
the name. He fucked up the
Right?
name every
Absolutely,
single time. And I said, I need to see who these nice people are that keep giving him $100, and he keeps screwing up the name. And as Buzmak says, he didn't get
It
it
was one
right.
time. It was one time.
Oh, okay.
I only
Okay.
gave him $100.
So he might not have got $100 worth, but people did find you and hear your name, and you know that was an interesting entry point. And sometimes the funny thing I found is it's like the goofy way that you kind of enter can be kind of fun too. Like nobody, at least me and Deb, we don't take this very seriously. I think you probably pick up on. So like it's good to be able to laugh, and it's the Chad maybe could have put your $100 to better use, but I digress.
Definitely,
Yeah,
but like you said, I mean, it was really the puppet stuff that really pushed us into the Dabbleverse.
Absolutely, and that's all Darren.
That was because Melton watched it. A couple of the big shows watched a couple.
That's all
of
Darren.
them,
I can't take any credit for that. I can take credit for saying fuck you and you're an asshole and fuck you again and fuck you twice. I can take credit for all that, but I can't take credit for Darren's puppets. He's amazing when it comes to that. He, as much as I hate to say, he's very artistic, or I don't know what I want to call that, but he's a fucking amazing when it comes to that shit.
How did you get so good at like
voices are so
creating those
great.
puppet things? Like they
I know.
were really like good from the get go. So
Yeah,
it was
it's
impressive.
all AI. I can't take much credit for it other than putting the editing part and the subpar writing was of course all me for the most part. But it's just something I enjoyed doing, and I've kind of there's a lot much better guys out there that do it a lot better than I do. So that part will probably die off. But it was just fun to do at the time.
Well, yeah, you guys jumped in feet first, and that was a good entry point into it. Deb, you want to read Tommy Jordan here?
Yeah. Hey, Tommy Jordan, $2. Thank you so much. Shout out Penny and the Big Dork and Debbie. Good eggs. Good eggs.
Yes, Tommy's awesome. He's been a supporter of ours since the beginning.
He's been a good supporter of the shows, definitely.
Yeah.
We love Tommy.
So that's a good segue. So one question I want to have is, so you guys jumped in feet first. It's kind of a crazy part of the internet. Who are really cool, supportive people? And you can say me, no, but who are really cool and supportive people that like kind of shocked you that they really embraced you right off the bat? And then maybe after that, maybe you could tell us who maybe surprised you and wasn't as supportive. But would love to hear who really reached out and you were surprised that they embraced you so quickly.
Well, I can say this. I was actually looking at my subscriber list the other day, and I did notice that Deb was one of my earliest subscribers with some kind of a following. Because you as you can see that in your subscriber list. Anybody that has it public, you can see who the big ones are. So definitely, I didn't realize that, but that was great. And
Thank you, Deb.
Yeah,
Oh, you're welcome. I like it, and I liked when I would lurk. I didn't chat. I just would put it on and watch. And I like the family stuff. I like where you talked about the one
sad thing.
I don't know if you were moving or your daughter somebody was moving and you were fixing something on the house. Yeah. And I like to see that slice. Like I think stick with the family stuff too. For a variety.
Actually,
it didn't.
Well, that's you guys are getting rid of a lot of that, right?
We got rid of all that.
Stuff didn't go over, huh?
Yeah, no, it didn't give us any run. And then all the dabblers would come in and be like, "What the fuck's this?" Come back later. We're doing our other show. So we've kind of.
There was a Chad voice that was flirting with one of your sisters or your sister-in-law there.
Yeah. So back to your question. Obviously, Dan, you were a big supporter and have been
absolutely,
since the get-go.
and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
2 out of Dan, you are okay in my book.
Yeah. Of course, Tommy was big.
Yes.
DJ Electra Fry was one of the first that she's really not Dabbleverse hack first, I guess. She was a big fan of ours and has reached out several times. So it's none of the some of the bigger shows showed the puppet stuff and as a matter of fact, today I had KB actually showed my the raid clip. I don't know if you caught that, but he showed my raid clip from Truly, which was pretty awesome to see because he's one of our favorites. Absolutely.
I heard that there might be an open invite for Peggy and the Big Dork on MLC. That was the rumor.
Invite.
Yeah,
he did give an open invite, and I'm very excited. No more excited than I am for this show. Don't get me wrong. I just want I want our names out there. I want our faces out there. And I want people to be talking about, as much as I hate to say this is, Darren is calm, cool, collected, and I am that fire ass bitch. And I want that exactly to show as it is.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for there, Worms.
And Diggity says I rule.
Yeah, Diggity, he's been pushing us out there.
You had it out with Mr. J Mo. I caught that tail end of it, so I missed how it blew up.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I really had it out with him, but he said something was very disrespectful to me and to Darren both, and I'm not impressed with it. And so, he wants to say, "Oh, we repeated it on the show 4 or 5 times." It's called content, JMO. If you had your own fucking channel and you did anything, you might know that, but you don't. So all you want to do is talk about me on BYB and say, "Oh, whatever." Okay. I've said before, you can say I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm a shithead, I'm a cunt, whatever. You can go ahead and say that. But what you said was not in my things. And as my husband and everybody else tells me, calm down. That's okay. And I have calmed down, but you're still a fucktard. The president of the fucktards.
And I always say J-Mo knows that. And he
does.
And he'll take that
he does.
Take that crown.
Yeah, he does. He's the president of the fucktards.
Did you think when the J-Mo thing went down, did you think that was him testing you, or like, was that kind of, did that feel like you're welcome to the Dabbleverse moment? Like, when you kind of took a step back, what did you think he was trying to do by making those comments? What do you think he was trying to get out of that?
Let me answer real quick.
Ahead,
I used to play a clip on my show where it was him with his glasses on and the big alien eyes. And I always said it was just for, I just thought it was really kind of funny looking. I didn't mean to really pick, but I don't know if he actually said it because of that. But I think he's just J-Mo being J-Mo, and we're kind of low, we're low on the totem pole, and he could take a shot. And my whole thing was I understand the Dabbleverse. I know how it works. I know how the internet works. I've been around the internet since it was born, so I know all that stuff. Penny not so much. So I just wanted to let it be known that I wasn't okay with it, and that doesn't mean it's not going to happen again and over again. I understand that as well. But I was just I just wanted to let it out there that no, this isn't cool with me, but I understand it. So just so people get where I'm coming from. And I know it's going to happen, and people will push at us and troll us and all that stuff, but that's part of the game.
Okay, so that's what the mail says.
Let's hear what Peggy has to say.
No, I want to hear what. Peggy. Really, don't call me Peggy again.
Sorry.
All right, let's read what Tommy says.
Tommy Jordan, $5. Thank you. Penny has great morals. On a live once, she spoke about not doing a joke at people being regarded. So I stopped doing that in her honor. Shout out Penny, the DV mama. So that's high praise from
Here's the thing.
Tommy Jordan.
And it's hard for me to understand, but people are going to be what people are going to be. Okay. If you can't be an asshole in real life, you can be an asshole here. And whatever. You know what, J-Mo, fuck off. Keep saying what you're going to say. You're a fucktard, the president of the fucktards. And that, I tried to go back and I thought, well, let me look at what he does, what he has on his page. Are you fucking kidding me? I couldn't get through 3 seconds of that shit. And furthermore, you're so worried about me and the big dork. How about go see the dentist? That's all I'm going to say. You and Pat Dixon could probably get a combo deal and get everything fixed.
Yeah, maybe an Invisalign sponsorship, maybe.
There you go. And I specifically said when I came back on the show, I said, you know what? You said this about me, and I stooped to your level, and I said, you know what? I said you couldn't afford to go to Vegas, and I stooped to your level, and I'm sorry about that. And he continued to be an asshole. So fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care what happens to you. Fall off the face, do whatever you want to do. Fuck you. Fuck you, J-Mo.
So that sounds like
that's what they keep clipping. Fuck you, J-Mo.
Fuck you, J-Mo. Okay, there we go.
That's a sound drop.
I was gonna say, I guess the hatchet has not been buried yet. So
no, it actually has been, because I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck what he has to say anymore. You can talk all you want to talk, and you can walk all you want to walk. But there's one last thing I gotta say. You can be your little Dabbleverse asshole here on this platform. You would never say that to my face, and you would never say that to the big dork's face. And go ahead, I'm inviting you. Come on to Vegas. And go ahead and try to say that to me. I'm betting there's a lot of people on these pages that would definitely have my bail money.
So are you going to throw down if J-Mo goes to Vegas, or is Darren going to defend your honor? What's the plan?
Let's fix this. Okay. I'm almost 55 years old. Am I going to punch somebody in the face? Probably not. Am I going to want to punch somebody in the face? Abso-fucking-lutely. Is my husband a huge gentleman Abso-fucking-lutely. He is. So once we see him, I want him to say that to our face. I want him to say that to our face. And then once he says that to our face, I want to explicitly
say it to my
explain to him
face.
why he's wrong.
I
That's
think
what I say.
Hey, Carmix is in the house. All right.
Hey, Karmic's in the house. How you doing, Karmic?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just here to say that Dan is a pile of shit.
That's not very
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, me and Karmic we've been kind of going back and forth. So
Are you
try to be
still
nice,
on-
Karmic. Try to be nice to Peggy and the big dork, though. Please.
If you say Peggy one more time,
I'm sorry,
gonna
Penny.
find you.
I'm
sorry,
seriously
Peggy.
not. What did you say, Karmic?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Peggy.
It's Penny. That I literally, I'm not trolling. You know what's funny?
You've been hanging around with Chad too long.
I was
Dan.
gonna say,
Exactly. I was
I
just
know.
about to say it. Thank you, Debbie, for taking it. Yes.
I've been hanging out with Chad too much because Chad will fuck something. Chad makes so many fuck ups. He can't read. I don't know what his
don't
issue
even get me
is.
started on him.
Yeah, we don't even want to get
Yeah,
started.
Chad
on
can
that.
eat my shit.
Twice.
So, Darren and Penny, so you jumped into the Dabbleverse. What made you want to get involved in this crazy world? I mean, you guys seem like a really nice, regular, middle-aged couple. We could talk about how you met. I mean, you guys just seem like just salt of the earth, great people. What makes you want to get involved in this zoo, this crazy world that we're all in? Like, what's your motivation to just jump in and go balls deep on this thing?
Well, I come from a long radio background. I've listened to radio since I can remember. Talk radio specifically. All the usuals from all the way from Greaseman all the way up to Opie and Anthony and Ron and Fez. I used to listen to a guy watch a show, and it kind of led me into Dabbleverse shows. From his show, it led me into the algorithm led me into Dabbleverse shows. So when we started our channel and we started our family friendly show, and Penny was kind of the main character because she's the one that she's the outspoken one of the two of us. But then I thought after we started that, and after about 6 months, I was like, I want to do a Dabbleverse show. I'm gonna just I started doing the puppet stuff and I started getting involved, and I just enjoy the fuck out of it. I mean, it's consumed me for the last almost a year now, over a year now, probably. And I haven't let up. But, this really getting some exposure lately has you definitely think a little differently about it. People start talking about you. You get the shit. You get people that like you, people that hate you, just people that troll you. It's just the way it goes. But I just love this shit, and it all stems from coming from radio. So.
Did you get on board with the Stuttering John stuff? Was that your
exactly?
Yeah.
It was Stut Joe, and then WATP, and then it went from there. Right. My top 5 on YouTube last year. Number 1 was WATP. That tells you how much of that I watched last year.
And
have you always been a puppet guy? No.
Just I don't know how. I don't even know how I got onto puppets. I'm not even sure how that started, but it did.
It's like a gateway drug. Those puppets. You get started on the puppets, and then you just goes downhill very quickly. Puppets seem to be an entry drug to a lot of people in the Dabbleverse. Everybody feels like there's a lot of puppet stuff, but the AI stuff. I mean, the AI now makes it crazy. I mean, it looks like Jim Henson fucking created Chad.
Came back to life, right?
Yeah.
It's
so.
amazing.
Just one quick thing. There's somebody named Tony that's here in the chat, and the first thing he said was, "I have CTE." First off, they no motherfucker that is smart enough to hit me in the brain, to punch me in the face, to have CTE. So there's the first thing, okay? And Tony,
Chad has CTE.
Yeah. So there we go. So Mr.
Tony Sell,
Mr. Tony or Mrs. I can't tell by the picture.
It's Peggy. Get it right.
Really? You are so gonna get it. Anyway, so Mr. Tony, whatever, Penny has to wear a helmet in public. No, she doesn't.
Yeah, once again,
if we're gonna use prerogative language, we're gonna give you time out.
So go ahead and bring it, Tony.
Worms.
Worms, listen.
No. Whose show is this? Whose show is this?
It's Dan's show.
It's
sorry.
Dan's show. Thank you.
No, feel free.
Feel free.
Yeah, Dan wants you to make a fool of yourself. I don't want you to make a fool.
No, we're not going to make a fool.
No.
It's not Dan. It's Darren.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You don't want you to make a
Dan's
fool of
Darren.
yourself, but
yeah. I
but
don't have any
you're feel free to you can sound off on anyone.
That's
Like
fine.
there's
Yeah.
no.
We know you don't have CTE. This is why it's so easy to get you, because you react to everything that somebody types in here about you having CTE.
Look,
I mean,
big dork, let her cook.
yeah.
let
Well,
me
because
cook.
they want you to make a fool of yourself.
No, it's
and
not
I'm not
making a
gonna
fool of myself.
I'm not gonna allow it. I'm not gonna allow it.
Bring it, Tony.
I'm not gonna allow it.
Yeah, never make a fool out of yourself and react to the chats that come in.
Because they'll just keep on doing
And
it.
yeah,
That's
they're
good
fucking
advice,
in.
Mark.
It's
Trying to
all
rock the shirt,
fucking.
he
They
loves
can
to
all
rock
eat my
out.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, this is perfect. I'm so glad this just popped up because this was exactly where I was gonna go next. Deb, you want to pop up that super
Reverend
chat?
Rage.
Yeah, Reverend Rage.
Hey, Reverend Rage, $1.99. Darren, good job against Shuli Raid. Shuli stinks. I didn't hear about this Shuli raid. So, what did they raid your channel?
It's so funny because this was a month ago.
Yes, at least.
It was a month ago.
Oh
And
wow! I thought for some reason I thought it was like last week. It just
no, and I clipped it. I clipped it from my channel, but I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy that's gonna like push myself really, really hard. You know, I knew it was a good clip, and I knew it would be interesting. People would love it because I was myself, and I reacted as I do. I'm honest, you know.
Yes. Terrible.
Did you think Shuli was trolling you, or like what did you? Were
he
you,
rated me.
Feel?
Sorry.
I was like, what was your like? Were you angry that he rated you? Were you
No.
flattered?
I loved it. I loved it. It was great. I just at first I was like, where are all these people coming in from? And he called me on the phone. It was one of the few days I had my phone lines open, and I was lucky. It was just the craziest thing because they were all fucked up. And then you know, I picked up the phone thing. It's to be Charlie, and it's Shuli. And I was like, okay, that's why everybody's in here. It's for the raid. And he asked me why I don't like the show, and I was honest with him, or why I didn't like him. I said, well, it's nothing personal with you. I just don't find the show interesting enough.
The FBI should have raided Shuli.
So, and Kevin played it on the show today, so that was cool.
Yes,
Shit.
and that's what's going to get us into MLC.
Yeah. Good
I don't know if
for
I
you.
want that smoke right away though.
Good for you, though. Speaking of MLC, Dan and I have noticed something with Kevin. We're calling it Hoodie Watch. He's been wearing the same hoodie for probably about a month. Did you guys notice that? It's a black hoodie with some kind of white
It's
logo.
the weirdest thing because I don't know that I've noticed that. And it could possibly be. I don't know that I've noticed it. I don't pay attention to what his clothing is. I just pay attention to him because I think he's fucking hysterical.
Penny, would you have a problem if Darren wore the same hoodie every day for a month when he streamed?
There's a difference because I'm Darren's wife, and I would be washing that hoodie at least every other day.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kevin's hoodie isn't dirty. It's not clean, but it's not dirty. You know, yeah.
Do you think Kevin is still with his wife, Penny? If you were going to speculate,
you know, I don't know. I've really got into him over the last like 2 to 3 weeks, and I don't know. And I don't mean to be rude, but it's really not my business. I read all this stuff online that they're together, they're not together, they're divorced, they're whatever. You know, it's really not my business. But if you put your business on the Dabbleverse, I guess it is your business. So it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. Right. I know
one in the chat if you think Kevin is divorced, 2 in the chat if you think he's still married. Let's see what the audience has. 1 if he's divorced, 2 or separated. If the wife is at the nesting house, or 2 if they're still together. Please put your numbers in the chat.
One thing I think about Kevin is I want to be like him. He doesn't have to think about it. Splat, splat, splat. I love it when he says, you know what? I don't like you. Fuck off. I don't like you. Fuck off. I think that's hysterical. I do think that's hysterical. I wish I was as quick and as witty as he is. I can be quick and witty, but I have to go and think about it for an hour and then come back and give you the answer.
Yeah, that's very quick.
Devil may care attitude. Have you always been like a, my way or the highway kind of gal, or where does that come from?
Well, I wasn't really. When my first marriage was terrible, and my ex-husband was nasty to me. He never physically abused me, but verbal abuse is, I always say, is scars heal, but that verbal abuse never changes, and you always think about that. To this day,
He
after
treat
all
you like less of a person.
yes, and after all of these years that I have been with Darren, there are certain things that I may say or I may do, like probably about 4 or 5 years ago, after Darren and I had already been together for 10 years, I accidentally took his keys to work. And he called me and I was like, oh my God, something's wrong. I said to my boss, I have to answer the phone. And he's like, you took my keys. I'm on my way. At the time, he had a company truck. He's like, and you have my keys. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And he was like, it's okay. Accidents happen. Where before I would have heard about what a stupid bitch I was and how dumb I was, So I think that has a lot to do with the fact of nobody's going to fuck with me, And plus,
how long was your first marriage?
Too fucking long. 20 plus years.
Oh wow.
Really?
Dan's a stupid bitch.
Yeah, 20 plus years.
Wow. How did you meet Darren?
I met Darren on plentyoffish.com.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, I love this story. I love the Penny Darren Plenty of Fish love story. It's so cute. Like because you guys were long distance. You guys were different states, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I was in Pennsylvania. He was in West Virginia, which it wasn't that long. It was only about
an hour and a half or
about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you guys
talk about the first date? I want to hear the story.
Virginia or Pennsylvania? Like, where did you?
Okay, so I was in Pennsylvania. He was in West Virginia. So I met him online on plentyoffish.com, and we agreed to meet.
What was the game? What was his first comment to you? Like, how did he?
I'm getting ready to say.
Okay,
I'm
all right,
getting ready
good.
to tell you.
Okay, sorry.
So we talked a little bit. I hit him up because his pictures were awesome. And he was like,
"Do you have any shirts off pictures?"
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I know you, Darren.
He was
dirty
like,
dog.
"Okay, how about let's text?" And so he gave me his phone number, and so we texted for probably like 3 or 4 days, and then I said, I don't like this texting thing. How about let's meet? And he's like, "Okay." And I was single at the time, and I didn't bring anybody to my apartment without meeting them somewhere else that was under a camera,
right?
Because I was playing safe.
Smart. Yeah,
exactly. So I went to the gas station that we decided to meet at that I knew had lots of cameras. And I had said to my girlfriend, I took a picture and I said, she knew what he looked like. And I'm like, this is the car. If something happens to me, this is who you want to look for. So when I got there.
But he still got you.
Yeah, exactly. He did. When I got up there, I took his picture and I'm like, hey, are you looking for a chicken in Pennsylvania? He's like, I think I am. And that's how we met.
That's great.
He was supposed to come that night for a date and he stayed the whole weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys meet at a Wawa or a Sheetz or something?
We met at Sheetz,
yeah. Her policy was to meet where there's cameras. Mm-hmm. So we met at Sheetz.
Nice.
Penny.
Check this out. She basically lived above a bar. So it was like,
I did.
It was
wow.
I didn't live above a bar. The bar was here and I lived around the corner and on the 3rd floor. So I wasn't above the bar.
Close
but
enough.
If you looked out my living room window, you could see what they were cooking in the bar because the back doors were always open.
Which of you would you think was more nervous to meet the other one? Which one of you do you think was more confident versus nervous, or were you both kind of nervous?
She's always confident, so it probably have to be me more nervous. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Penny, I've got an important question.
Yes, ma'am.
Sheetz or Wawa?
Sheetz.
Okay, you're from the western part of Pennsylvania, right? Are you?
Well, actually, it's more the southeast, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereabouts? I'm not sure
we met in McConnellsburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you guys date before you knew you wanted to make it like a long-term thing?
Okay, so when I met him and I had that first night, and I was like, yes. And it was so funny because the small amount of time that I had been single, I said I would never get married again. And I met him that night, and he stayed the entire weekend. And I'll never forget, he went home and on that Sunday, and I was like, it was so great. And he texted me back, and he was like, it was so great to meet you. What? You're not coming back? What? And it was funny, like 2 weeks later.
He was testing you. He was testing it a little bit.
Like 2 weeks later, we were meeting at the same bar. And it was so funny because I said to my girlfriend, I said, you know what? The next guy that walks through that door, I'm going to marry him. And don't you fucking know. Who walked in?
Yeah, I walked in. Yeah, it took me 8 months to smarten up.
Yes, it did. It did.
Were you guys exclusive from the get-go, or were you?
No,
it
took me 8 months. Took me till.
Okay, so Darren was still trying to figure it out,
yes.
Which is understandable because you're when you get to a certain age, it's just like you gotta you only get one probably one or two more shots at it if you're lucky,
right.
So gotta make it work. That's great.
I was from the beginning, from the first date. I'm like, okay, I've said I'm not gonna get remarried, but this guy is way up there. I think I might marry him.
You guys got like a Brady Bunch thing going, right? Like you have like kids from previous relationships.
It's not that good. He has 2. Okay. I have 1.
Brady Bunch comes with the grandkids.
Yes.
The grandkids are more of the melded. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
there's a bunch of them. There's 10 of them.
Yeah, we have 10.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best women are from Pennsylvania.
Well,
yeah, I'll agree.
Well, right. I was born and raised in Cumberland, Maryland, and I didn't go to Pennsylvania until I was 17. So
that's awesome. Well, that's great, and you guys seem perfect together, and you guys have great vibes. So speaking of that, one thing that Deb knows I say this all the time, and this is not a criticism of you guys because I like you guys. You guys are sweet as pie. But there's a track record of people sometimes when they're, a relationship and they're co-hosting together. Do you guys have any consternation or any worry that it could hurt your relationship to do, like, especially Dabbleverse? Like Dabbleverse gets a little in the mud, a little dirty. Like, do you guys worry that could, not that you're gonna get divorced or anything, but do you feel like that could cause any sort of drama in your life?
Obviously already does. You've seen it tonight. So there is that aspect of it on my point, on my side.
You think we get a divorce over this?
No, I don't think we're getting divorced over this. That's not what I said. The fact that we're on here and you are reacting in a way that you don't need to react is for me is no fun, because we are completely different people.
Absolutely.
In terms of our personalities, at the core we're the same. Yes. At the core we have the same kind of beliefs and everything. That's why we work together.
Absolutely.
But outside of that, we are completely different. Obviously, you can tell by the what's going on here tonight. So I'm more reserved.
He's a little bit country. You're a little bit rock and roll.
But I'm more reserved, and I like to keep things a little closer to the vest, and kind of let it out slowly. Where she's just like, wow, whatever, what the fuck, So yeah, I would agree that it's it's a bumpy road and going to be a bumpier road if things,
I think it comes from a long time of thinking that the person that you loved would say the worst things about you. And Darren is definitely not that. He is definitely not that. But the whole fact of somebody saying nasty shit to me makes my blood go through the roof.
So J-Mo was obviously one of your first kind of battles. Is there anyone else in the Dabbleverse that you think that you either don't like or that you have a problem with?
Not that I don't like him. I just think he's an asshole. He can say whatever he wants to say and continue to say whatever he wants to say, but he doesn't have any balls unless he's on BYB with Quad.
Oh, yeah, wait till the next car stream. For me, I don't dislike anybody. It just depends on
Right.
you know. I like with Shuli. I just said I just don't watch your show because it's not interesting. I don't dislike you for. There's no reason to dislike you. You know. People probably say that about Dan. Dan pushes buttons, but we know that's Dan. That's just how he is. You just gotta deal with it or don't. And I deal with all of it. But there's really no dislike. Nobody's hurt me in any way to say I don't like that person. It's just it's a dour.
I hate everyone.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody says here, JMO is one of the several members.
Stop reading the free chat, please.
Never mind.
Thank you.
We like to call it the people's chat.
The poor.
The poor chat.
Darren has smoke with Buckman. Is that true? Is there any beef with Buckman?
It's a funny story. So I don't know if you all have this problem with X chats. You know how they turn it to chat or whatever. So when you messaged me the other day, Dan, it popped up and I went into my chats and all of a sudden this Buckman chat popped up and I hadn't seen it. And but it was from a week ago. Like I literally am in my chat like at least once a day, if not more. When I say chat, I mean like DMs. They call chat or the DMs chat now.
Yeah, they switched it in Twitter now, and it's like all different. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had not seen it, and it was from over a week ago, and it was him, seeing if we wanted to come on stream. And so I was like, yeah, definitely like to come on stream sometime, for sure. So there's really no beef. He just in the beginning, I could tell he was the kind of guy that really was enamored by the celeb chatters of the DV, the ones we see all the time, the ones that are spoke about, like as yourself, Dan and
so I'm gonna you're a nice guy, Darren. You're being polite. I'm gonna interpret what happened. Buckman reached out to see if he wanted to be on the show, but then at some point Buckman felt like he was kind of degrading himself to like you guys were below him. Is that the vibe that you got?
No.
You got it all wrong, Dan.
Okay.
No. This was way back. This is a month or two ago.
Okay.
That I said that I went on Granny's show and we were looking at a Buckman clip, and I said Buckman, Buckman only likes to read the chats from the people, from the chatters that are known, the free chats, because he still reads free chats because he's not big enough to read just paid chats. So I made that comment, and then Chow ran with it, and I just kind of ran with it too. I just kind of went.
Chow has a way of doing that sometimes.
Yeah. Chows. Chow does his chow just like Dan does his Danning. So. I guess he's been in my chat before. Buckman's been in my chat before, and like I said, I have no problem with anybody. I make content out of it just like we all do, right?
Right.
It's fun.
And let them interpret that too. Again.
yeah. Do your Husey there, Karmic.
I can't.
I mean, act like Husey.
So one thing also about Buckman is I always say that he looks like the guy from Sons of the Lambs. What's his name, Maurice?
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter and
John, or is it John Gotti?
Yes.
Yeah, John Gotti of today.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's exactly what it's exactly what he looks like.
Buckman knows what he looks like, Worms. He's not affected by it. He doesn't give a fuck.
But one thing I can say, he held his own when Gino took over him and Kiki's.
He's a smart guy.
He can debate. When he took over him and Kiki's chat, he held his own. And the best thing he said was Gino was on there screaming like a fucking lunatic, which I have done in the past. And I think maybe that may have that little bit may have calmed me down. He said to Gino, "You're screaming to 18 fucking people. Are you kidding me?" Like, I get that. I do. I get that tremendously, because I could be that person who's screaming to 18 people. I get it. Am I saying he's my favorite podcaster? Absolutely not. Am I saying
Buckman looks like Silence of the Lambs? This is what I thought you were talking about. You ever see
Yes.
Burger?
Yes. Okay. So between that
Not that version.
No,
Dan.
is that not that version?
No.
Between that and Sammy the Bull.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was good, Dan. I like that thing.
Yeah, but that is pretty funny. I don't know about all that hair hanging off the face.
What did Keanu call him? Remember I sent you, Dan? She had a good nickname, like a no eyebrow something. I forget.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't remember.
She said something about him not having any eyebrows, and it was the same time that she was on his show, and Gino jumped in there and like took over. Like he kicked her out of the fucking chair and put himself in that chair. Yeah, I don't get it.
That's a good one. Buffalo Schmool.
Yes.
All right, we'll remove Schmool from screw it out the labor that point.
Yeah.
Anyone? What about Final Boss? Have you guys had any run-ins with Final Boss?
No. People keep asking me about Final Boss, and,
I don't know who that is.
I've seen him. I've seen him on a couple like Clown Towns and stuff. I think I did finally subscribe to his channel the other day. I don't watch enough of his stuff, but I just know he has a lot of history with Karmic, and you know, I've always said in the past he seems like an old school chatter from the early days of the internet and everything. He's just kind of an old soul when it comes to chatting and
he's young. He grew up with the internet and everything too.
Yeah.
He's from that generation.
Yep.
What other show? I mean, I see you got a Rocco t-shirt, so I'm assuming you're a big Rocco guy, Darren, would you say?
Yeah, a big Rocco fan. I
have the hiccups, sorry.
Yeah, shocker. So all Rocco stuff, all of his shows I enjoy very much. I still think he's one of the most talented guys in the DV. Lately he's come off a little bit high and mighty, I would say.
How so?
A little bit too good for everything. The whole OJ thing. And it's warranted. He works a full-time job, and he does this on the side, and he does a lot of it. If he has a full-time job and does all the shows he does, I don't know how he does it.
Exactly.
But it's just come along with me or don't. I have no room. I have no time to baby anybody or to help anybody along. You're either here with me or you're not. And that whole group, I thought with OJ and Cardiff and Rocco and JT was great. And maybe OJ, maybe it's the work, or maybe OJ wanted a way out. Who knows? But OJ, I still love the guy.
Right. Yeah. Now Rocco's a solid. He's a good dude. Like I've heard stories that he's done good things for people, and I know I always bring this up. I respect him because he had Jake Hudson on, and he paid Jake Hudson.
I love Jake.
$250. So I thought that was very kind and generous. And he's done other things that I've been told, in confidence. He doesn't broadcast good things like that. He's not doing it for that. But he's helped people out and done good things. He has helped Joey C. Joey C mentioned this, but he was helping him buy those storage units because Joey C is trying to do like storage wars and flip.
Got you.
Yeah, which is turning into clusterfuck though, right?
So
we can kind of assume from what we've heard is turning into kind of a more work than Rocco really.
Probably, I think Joey thought he was going to get himself into, but
So
but he does
a fucking hack.
What was that?
Rocco is a fucking hack.
There's KB.
Yeah.
It's all I can do.
It's all I can do.
That's not bad.
So have you guys reached out to KB yet? Have you been? Is there any talking behind the scenes, or is this all just like breaking news?
It just actually happened this afternoon, and I'm so glad that.
Breaking news: Kevin Brennan has put out an open invitation to Penny and the Big Dork for their grand appearance, their debut appearance on MLC. Like this is what happens. People come on our show and then they get too big for us.
What?
Yeah, I don't know about that, Dan. I think I'm gonna be nervous as fuck and do worse than I did when Shuli rated me.
What?
So, we'll see. Yeah, KB, you gonna treat me with kid gloves when I come on?
Yeah. Why? Who? Why?
KB, are you gonna pay Penny and the Big Dork?
KB, I'm ready.
I
don't want
pay.
your
I
money.
always pay. I pay people,
No, I think coming
and
on.
then I own them.
He's gonna be like, "Did you get paid by Dan? Did you get paid by Dan?
How much did Dan pay you?
How much did Dan pay you?"
Yeah. I'll tell him. What do we tell him, Dan? Tell him like 50 or something.
Dan
Yeah.
gets no money.
50 a piece. I paid him 50 a piece.
Sweet.
So you
All
got to
right.
you
That's
should at
the
least
story.
double that.
Sounds perfect. If that's all money, we're gonna buy drinks for people and
In Vegas.
How excited are you guys for Vegas, by the way? You got
Oh
you
my
must-
god.
So
Oh my
excited.
god.
It'll be great.
Look, Darren is so excited to watch the shows and whatever happens inside wherever. I don't know what's going to happen. But me, I'm excited to spend my evenings on Fremont Street. I love crowds. I love people. I want to be
Have you been to
walking.
Vegas before, Penny?
Yes. So this will be my fourth time.
Third.
This will be my third time.
Nice. Yeah,
Yes,
Fremont
this will be
Street's
my
a
third
fun.
time.
Hunchback-a-mania.
Pardon me?
Hunchback-a-mania.
Yeah, KB, you got to reconsider. We want to see you there.
Yeah, maybe we got to get you out to Vegas. Why won't you go to Vegas?
I never go to Vegas ever.
You don't leave Jersey, do you? Or your apartment very, very often.
No.
Yeah.
I don't leave my hoodie.
Reverend Rage, $1.99. I just want to bring this up.
Yep.
Reverend Rage feels that Rocco let Dabbler of the Year get to his head. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah. I think he's just overwhelmed with everything. You know, especially adding the Joey C stuff in there, doing at least two
Is
shows
he overwhelmed?
a week scheduled. Yes. That's cute,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Overwhelmed.
so cute.
Yeah.
I think when you start doing a lot of shows, it gets to be too much at times. You can get burned out. So when he's asked to go on a lot of shows, he does this stuff with Cardiff and
right,
things like that. So and you get yourself boxed into a corner. Like he's kind of married to the Tukey bit because people love it, and I'm sure at times he wants to break out of that. You get tired of repetition.
At some point, and I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. At some point, it's got to be a little soul sucking to be like a middle-aged man and you're doing a puppet show for other adults. Like there's got to be some weeks where, because I know me, just even like, and Deb and I talk about this all the time. There's some times where I just have to take a month off, and I just I gotta get away from this. It's too much. I get burned out, and it's
dense, overwhelmed. Oh,
no. I shut off the super chat machine for a couple of weeks there, Kevin. I know that's tough for you to do.
Yeah, the super chat machine.
Kevin, how's your wife doing? How's Zuli doing these days?
All right, what's up with Kevin and his wife? Somebody give me.
She's hanging in there.
Oh, he's about to answer
from a tree.
What? Jesus Christ!
Gosh, YouTube
Kevin,
why her arms? It was a monkey joke.
TOS.
YouTube terms of service, please.
Yeah.
YouTube terms of service.
Well, Kevin and his wife had separated at one point, and they had like a nesting house, right, Deb? Like they had like a smash pad where they could date other people. Yeah. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like once you get to that point, it's it's almost like when you like talk to the lawyers, it's almost a matter of time before something happens. So, but there's just all these telltale signs. He's up late. He's screaming obscenities. Oh no! He has teenage kids.
Oh no!
There you go. Thank you. And then he wears the same sweatshirt every day. There's just a lot of signs.
It's so funny. He has, he's probably at least 10 years older than us, and he has teenage kids.
Oh,
we have adult kids and 10 grandchildren.
Yeah, he's like the
Grandchildren.
he's the old dad, you know. When he
Yeah.
if he goes to pick his kids up, you know, they're like, "Oh, is
Yeah.
it your grandfather?" You know.
Yeah, I got you.
As far as whether he's still with his wife and kids or not, I would just say that this is his basically his only source of income. So it's kind of like I got to do what I got to do to make the money. And
But he's making money.
if
He's
it's
making good money at it. Yeah, definitely.
if it's
But definitely
Number
making money.
one.
if it's streaming late at night, you know, with Scarlett Hampton, you know, screaming and yelling at Chestnut Chad, then it has to
Chestnut Chad.
Penny, how would
it
you
has to be
feel
what
if
it
you went
is.
to bed and Big Dork was streaming with a porn actress? Would that make you upset? Would you be upset with that, or would you understand just that's like the nature of the business? How would that make you feel?
Okay, first off, that would never happen because Darren respects me more than that.
Well, once you know that doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Huh? What?
It makes
If I had somebody on, somebody on the show because they, you know, provided content, he just asked if it was a porn actress. It doesn't matter who it is.
If he goes on with Scarlett, I don't give a shit.
Especially if it makes money, right? If it's bringing in super chats, would you, you know, would that?
Are there any
Brings
limits
in
to
the
Jeff's
big
set?
bucks.
Penny, like, is there anything like that you just say like, Darren, I'd really prefer you not to do this? Like when
Not
you're
really,
streaming by
because
yourself?
you know, this is a Dabbleverse. Okay, so we're in one state, you're in one state, Deb's in one state, whoever's in another state. It doesn't that part
I'm in
doesn't
a
really
bad
matter
state.
to me. Morally, he should
State of
not do that.
confusion.
Do you worry about some of the ladies of the Dabbleverse, like being in the chat, being kind of flirty? Like, does that bother you?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't really hang out in the chat too much.
No.
As you can see, I'm kind of reserved, so I don't do a whole lot of chatting. So
Tommy Jordan, thanks for the $2. Big Dork art mashup with the voice below him is fire.
I'm not sure I know
Which one? The
what that
Kevin?
means.
Kevin one?
What?
I think it's talking about the Kevin voice to do something.
Send another $2 and explain yourself, Tommy, or send
Exactly,
a $5 and
Tommy.
Hey,
explain
don't read the $2.
Where do you guys want to take your show? So, like, I know you're getting away from the family stuff. So you really are going all in Dabbleverse. Like, what's the 30, 60, 90-day plan? Where do you guys see yourself 6 months to a year? Like, what do you want to do with this? Like, do you want to blow this thing up? Like, are you
Absolutely.
you think this could go to the moon or what?
I have like a 10-year plan. So I'm hopefully going to retire in about 10 years. And if I can make this my retirement, then that's the plan. But the next step is to be monetized with super chats because, as you know, there's a limitation with why people don't super tip. And we do have super tip, but you know, not that I care. I work a full-time job, you know, so I don't really need the money. But it is nice to be rewarded if people enjoy your content.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, you know, make it a 10, 12-year plan, whatever it takes to get to retirement. And if I can make some money and just retire off.
So you guys are in bed with Melton?
Yeah. We got super tip. Dan knows.
Oh yeah.
I would. My hope is that Darren can retire. I'll continue to work. I don't have a problem with that.
Because you just got a degree, right? Is it psychology or?
I'm trying.
She's working on it. Yeah.
You're working on it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on it. And my humanities professor is a fucktard.
Is that like one of those like a night course, like online night course?
Stick it to him.
Wow, I wish it was a night course.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. It's an online.
Yeah, it's online.
It's the big one you see on TV all the time. Southern New Hampshire.
So
I did Southern New Hampshire.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have two classes that I wrote basically the same paper for 2 classes. One person gave me an A, the other person gave me a D. Go figure that.
Really?
A, B, C. Is it like 1, 2, 3?
Absolutely. I got you, KB. I got you.
Yeah, Dan and Deb, just to let you know, we got a hard out at 10:30. We both work tomorrow, so
okay.
No problem.
Just wanted to let you know.
No, I appreciate that. So yeah, maybe
Dan's got his heart out too.
with our last 10 minutes, Deb, what are any questions that you still have? Anything you got in the
they've
hopper?
been great. You know, telling us about their backstory. I like the dating.
Thank you so much, Deb.
Story.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like
You
them
know,
a little bit. I
well,
always tell my grandmas, grandkids, we always say we like you a little bit, not a whole bunch, just a little bit.
but that's
What do you guys
that's
think about the Epstein stuff, like the Pizzagate and all that stuff? You've been watching that in the news?
You really don't want to even get me started on that.
Yeah,
No,
actually,
I
can
do.
ask
I think
me.
I
Hey,
do.
I'm in there.
Actually, he
I'm
does,
in
but
the
let's
files.
not.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. Yeah, I don't like that kind of shit.
Okay, all right. No
I'm
politics.
in the
that's
files.
really inappropriate. When you met him at the Sheets, did you go home and fuck right away, or did you?
No, we didn't. And that's the funniest thing because he went home on Sunday and he texted me back and said, "It was really nice to meet you. I hope you have a great life." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, you didn't sleep with me." I said, "That's because I wanted you to come back."
Ah,
Penny playing the game. I like,
Dangle the
that's
carrot. Yeah.
you gotta make him work for it. That's
and
good.
Stuttering John wants to know third input.
What's third input?
Dan, you just third input.
What's third input, Deb?
Anal.
No.
What about you, KB? Are you third input?
Huh? What?
Hmm?
Huh?
I got another question, just a random question. This came up on BYB the other night. What do you guys think of space? Like
Space.
And when I say space, I mean like interstellar. Like we got our solar system, right? We get the moon, that Artemis thing that's going to go up to the moon. We're going to go around. The moon's real, right? I think we all
Fly
agree.
me to the moon. Na 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 na.
Jesus, KB, come on. So the moon is real.
Sorry.
We can agree. The moon is real. The sun's real. Earth's real. Probably the planets are real. But once we get outside of that, what do you think about outside of our solar system? Like, what do you think is going on out there?
I don't really give a fuck because I'm gonna be dead in about 20 or 30 years. So
Yeah, I don't pay.
Do you think that shit's real? Like, do you think there's really stuff out there, or are they just fucking with us?
I think there's stuff out there, but I really don't care.
And I don't pay any attention to anything that I think can't happen.
So you don't think maybe their aliens have visited us or walked among?
Oh no, I don't believe in all that bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's like an afterlife, like heaven and stuff?
Don't care.
No.
You don't care, really?
Don't care, really?
Wow.
No.
I would hope there's a heaven. I feel it'd be pretty grim to think that there's nothing left. When you die, you die. I kind of like the idea that we continue in some form, whether it's energy or if there's
I hate to break your heart, Deb, but when you're dead, you're dead.
Hey, Dan, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You're in your is that your like alt account, the Mullins 69
When
or
you're
whatever?
Deb, you're Deb.
I was just curious how I don't want you to say how old you are, but I didn't peg you for maybe my age. Are you in your 40s or 50s?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, all right. So it didn't mean what I thought it was. All right.
Hey, can we win an award for
And
being the
also-
oldest people in the
also-
He
Double
didn't peg you, but he did
Or
probe
not.
you.
Dan,
you're
do
not.
you like the
Baby's the oldest,
battle jacket there?
I was gonna say I that was the other. I didn't even get to it, but Metallica. I love the fucking jacket. I mean, I'm so jealous. I probably would offer to buy that thing. That thing
Literally
is
40
awesome.
years old. It's literally 40 years old.
Did you like wear that to school and stuff? Like,
I
were
wore it
you
to
like,
school with the leather jacket underneath it. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
fucking sick,
Did you
dude.
really?
Of course I did. We all did that back then.
That was the thing.
That's 86, 87.
Darren is right in like the Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, high
Absolutely.
school vibe. Like you were the right age for that, man. It was a little before my time.
Oh,
Darren's the master of puppets now.
Yeah.
I was more Black Album.
I'm
That
trying
was
to
when I
be.
was in
I'm
school.
trying to be KB. Yeah, I'm trying to be.
Do you think do you think they sucked after Cliff Burton died? Like, do you think that was like when did they go from being awesome to not being as awesome? Like, what was the inflection point for you?
See, the thing is, I didn't really follow him much after And Justice for All. A little bit of the Black Album, but I really didn't follow him much after that. I'm stuck in Kill 'Em All. Ride the Lightning, Master.
Newport
those
album.
are my top three. So I really don't have an intelligent argument on that. I just know I love that old shit, and I still listen to it to this day. And it's the best Metallica that's out there. So
yeah. Totally agree. I was a little behind, but KB, when you're Deb killed me.
That was funny.
That was a good one. Penny, who's your go-to band? Like who's like the dream concert that you could go to?
I really don't have a dream concert. I listen to anything country, and before you judge me, listen to what I have to say. It says a story, it tells a story, and it makes you feel in your heart, and it makes you get the goosebumps. And if you don't get the goosebumps, then you better find another genre.
You like Jelly Roll?
I love me some fucking Jelly Roll.
Do you like him better fat or skinny?
I don't care what he looks like. He can belt it.
I liked him better fat.
You like a Zach Bryan band? You like those?
No.
No.
Not
What
a
about
fan
Luke
of Zach
Bryan?
Bryan at all. Love me some Luke Bryan. I said for years I would never go see Luke Bryan in a concert. And me and my best friend took my granddaughter when she was 8, right? Tay was 8.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she was 8, and we took her to a concert, and it was the best thing I've ever. It's one of my best memories ever. Is taking her. She loved it.
I like Roger Waters, and especially what he says about the Shoolies and everything.
All right. Well, I know we're coming up on the hard stop. I got one last question, Penny, and this is like a very very direct question.
I got you.
If you could, I want to use the right terminology. If you could eliminate 3 people from the world, who would you choose to eliminate?
I wouldn't eliminate anybody.
The Hunchback.
What about from history? If there's anyone in history you could eliminate, anybody you would go back in history and eliminate?
I'm not a history buff. I think that's exactly where it belongs, is in history, and I'm not a fan.
Would you go back and kill baby Hitler?
It's not on the top of my list, no.
What about people that you could make?
You wouldn't kill Hitler. He murdered like 6,000 people.
I completely understand what you're saying, but I don't know enough about history to make that judgment.
What about like I was saying, what about if you could bring somebody back to life? Would there be anybody like a musician or an actor or anybody that you'd want to bring back, like Elvis?
No, I would
bring Hitler.
Andy Kaufman.
No, I would bring back my parents so they could see how happy I am now.
If you could go in a time machine to any point in time, I know you said you're not a history buff, but you could take a time machine to any place in history. Where would you go? And would you go? Would you go in the back? Would you go backwards, or would you go in the future?
1985.
And why 1985? What about 1985?
Because that was the beginning of my high school career, and I would have changed a lot of things.
Would you go back and tell your young Penny, would you say don't do this, do this?
Absolutely.
Call Darren earlier.
And would you go back to the future?
All right, Dan. We got.
All right. Hard stop.
Yeah.
Where can we find you, Darren? Penny and the Big Dork, obviously on YouTube. Where else can we find you?
Thank you, guys.
Penny and the Big Dork on